ओम शांति अव्यक्ति
Om
परिवार में
Shanti,
आपका
welcome to
स्वागत है।
Avyakti
आज है
Parivar.
दिन 24।
Today is day
श्रेष्ठ
24.
स्वमानधारी
Be one with
सम्मानदाता
elevated
बने
self-respect and
आज का
continue
टॉपिक
to
है
give record
समान देह
to
अभिमान को
everyone.
मिटाने
Today's
वाला
topic,
है।
self-respect
अव्यक्त
finishes
की
body
स्टोरी।
consciousness.
स्वमानधारी बच्चे
Children
हर
who
आत्मा को
maintain their own
ऐसे
self-respect
स्वमान से
not only
संबंध
look at
बनाने की
others with that
एकदम
respect,
संबंध
but they will
संपन्न
also
है
come into a relationship
क्योंकि
and
स्वमान
connection
देह
with
अभिमान
that
को मिटाने
respect.
वाला है।
Because
जहाँ सम्मान
self-respect
होगा
finishes
वहाँ
body
देह का
consciousness.
अभिमान नहीं होगा।
Where there is
देह अभिमान
self-respect,
को
there
मिटाने का
cannot be ego
सहज
of the
साधन
body.
है
The
सदा
easy way to
स्वमान में
finish
रहना।
body consciousness
अभी
is to
हम मोहिनी दीदी
constantly
से
stay
सुनेंगे।
in your self-respect. So let's listen to Mohini Didi now.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
श्रेष्ठ समानधारी
Elevated
कौन सा श्रेष्ठ
self-respect,
समान है?
one with elevated self-respect.
रोज अगर एक
So what is the
समानता करें
self-respect? If we take every day one self-respect
तो
point,
अव्यक्त इशारे में बाबा कह रहे हैं कि
in Avyak, the
जब
signals,
समाज
Baba
से
is
देखोगे
telling that it's not that you
तब
maintain your
सम्मान
own
से भरोगे हो।
self-respect and not only look at others with that respect, but also come into a
हर एक
relationship
जिसके
and
प्रति
connection
सम्मान
with
आता
that
है
respect.
तो जब बात करते हैं हमारी वाणी में
Because when
जो
you
शब्द होते हैं वो
have that
सम्मान के होते हैं।
self-respect and you have self-respect in your connection, when
धरती
you
पर
speak
निकलने
to
के
someone,
कर्म
it will
योगी
also be part of
हम लोग
self-respect.
इकट्ठे हैं
And we are doing
एक
karma,
दूसरे को समान एक दूसरे
being a
के
karma yogi,
मन से संबंध संपर्क
when
बनाते
we
हैं
interact with each other with
जैसे एक
maintaining
दूसरे के सहयोगी हैं
self-respect, just like how we are
आप कर रहे
cooperative with
हैं
each
आप अपनी
other,
भक्ति कर रहे
you are
हैं
doing something, someone else is helping
तो कई
something.
बार क्या होता है कि
Many
चलो
times we
हम
see
देखते हैं
that
समान से हैं
we
लेकिन
see
दूसरे को
them
हमसे
with
भी
lot of
सम्मान होना
respect,
चाहिए
but when we come into action and
वो नहीं हो
karmas,
रहा है
the relationship
तो
with
जब व्यवहार में
connections with
सम्मान नहीं होता
respect
है
will not be there.
तो
Mm.
दूसरी आत्मा को सम्मान अनुभव नहीं
Then,
होगा
even though you are giving respect,
जैसे
if you do not
कभी
use that
परिवार में हम
respect in
खेलते हैं
relationship and
चारों की लेन
connection,
देन
that
करते हैं
respect will not be felt by
उसमें
the
भी
other
सम्मान
soul.
की बात होती है
Mm.
हर एक की बात को सुनना
To
बहुत
listen to
बड़ी बात है
everyone is also
जब
giving
किसी को
everyone a lot of
सुनते हैं
respect.
तो
Because
उसकी भावना को समझ पाते हैं
when we listen, we can understand their
उसकी क्या
feelings and
फीलिंग्स है वो
emotions of
समझ पाते हैं
what they are saying.
लेकिन हम सुनते ही नहीं है अपने
But
अपने
when we
में
don't listen and we just keep telling our
किसी को
own
कभी ये
versions,
महसूस नहीं होगा
then the other
कि मुझे
soul would
रिस्पेक्ट मिल
never
रही है
feel that I'm being
छोटे
respected.
छोटे बच्चे हैं उनकी भी बात पूरी सुनो आप
Even though they're little children, listen to
जो
them,
बुजुर्ग हैं उनकी भी बात सुनो
even if they're old,
ऐसे नहीं
listen
सोचो
to
ये
them.
क्या बोलेंगे
It's
ये
not
क्या
that, like,
बताएंगे
old people or children, what do they
ऐसा बात
know?
नहीं है
That is not
सबको अपनी
giving
अपनी तरह से समझ
giving
होनी
them
चाहिए
respect. Everyone has
मैं
some
तो ध्यान करता
understanding
हूँ कि एक
according to
दूसरे
their
की
own
विचारधारा सुनते
understanding.
रहूं
So I
मेरा
keep
ख्याल है सब
listening to
अपनी बुराई
everyone's
बुराई की
with
सोच रहे हैं
whatever they their perspective they're putting forward to
परंतु
me,
जब वो
because from
व्यवहार
their
को बनते
perspective
हैं
they're right and they are
तो
telling
लगता
us and
है
we
हाँ
listen to
सही
them
बात बताई है
patiently. But when we look at
कई
it
हमसे
with the
पूछते हैं
Srimad, then we
कि
have
गाना
to go
होता है
into the
जब
depth of it,
बनाते
what
हैं
is right, what is
तो क्या
wrong,
पहले टेस्ट करना
because
चाहिए
there are many
ये प्रश्न कोई भी
about
व्यक्ति
Brahma Bhojan. Many
तो मैंने
souls
कहा कि
ask
पहले
before offering
सम्मान
to
टेस्ट
Baba,
करना चाहिए
should we eat it?
चलो
Should we
हम
taste the
मस्ती
food?
करेंगे दूसरा कोई
Yeah,
क्या करे
should we not?
जिंदगी करे
Mm. So I feel
लेकिन
like,
लगाने के बाद
before offering
सबको
bhog,
देने से पहले टेस्ट करो
what I feel is after you
फिर
offer
किसी को ऐसा
bhog,
लगता है कि चीनी कम
if
है नमक कम है
if you're offering bhog and then after you offer bhog, you're giving it to, distributing it to everyone. Make sure you are you have taste in that, whether sugar is missing, salt is missing. And when we talk about the Boli Dadi in the Yagya, she used to taste before offering to Baba. That was very pure, innocent soul. But nowadays, we don't know how one tastes the food before Brahma Pujan, right? Maybe they use the spoon or they just put their hand. So there's a lot of purity involved in this. So you have to wash your hands, you have to clean the spoon, you have to everything, you have to keep it so clean. Then only you can taste before offering. If there is purity and cleanliness, then there is a royalty in that act. Many souls will say, yes, we are already pure, we are already following everything, but you're not clean inside. Whether whether it is Baba's bhog dishes or your own dishes of cooking, are they clean? Do they have that cleanliness? Even the kitchen towels, kitchen environment, is everything clean? Then you will have that yourself like. And today's Murli Baba was telling that, whatever I do, seeing me do that, many other souls will follow me. So if I am doing something wrong, then everyone else will also try to follow the uncleanliness. So whatever Baba is saying, that in relationship and connection, treat everyone with respect, because with thoughts also, you give respect to each other's thoughts, each other's opinions, but have love also for each other. When we offer bhog, that is also a lot of regard and respect. Baba's Baba's room is there. So weekly once at least make sure you clean every little bit portion of the room. You do vacuum, you do other things, but it's not that you clean each and everything, but you have to clean all the places that there's no dust in the room anywhere, or there's no nothing unclean. So we have to keep taking into considerations even those little things we have to keep clean. How Baba used to keep clean. um, So today Baba is talking about in relationship and in connection, treat each other, come into that relationship and connection with that respect. While you talk, while you see each other, while you come into action, do we have to give a lot of emphasis on this thing that uh, with self-respect itself, there is there is something that body consciousness and also not body consciousness. If your body consciousness with that self-respect, you'll finish like ego or I'm so special in this one. But that's not the ego that Baba is talking about. One is like the ego of the body. Mm. Right from copper age, the ego of the body has started to come. And then all the five vices came into that. In body consciousness, we have anger, lust, greed, ego, attachment, all of those. That is body conscious. In the where we describe our own specialities. And if you look at that, there is very subtle ego inside of that specialities. But in self-respect, you will not have that ego. When we hear that when we give training to the sisters, Kumaris, and Kanyas, we even teach them how to even sit. How do you get up? How do you walk? How do you talk? There's training, and everything training is being given to have that self-respect, not body consciousness. If somebody is having an ego or body consciousness, then
तो
in
एक होता
them there
है
will not be a
देखभाल
complete
करने
self
पर ध्यान दें
respect.
और दूसरा होता है कि हम सम्मान पे ध्यान दें।
One is like you're
तो हमारी दादी
keeping an
बहुत
attention
दूर
on
से
your
मुझे
body,
ऐसा लगता था
but being body
कि ये
consciousness, and
आर्टिस्ट हैं जैसे
someone being in so much self
डॉक्टर साहब
respect.
एकदम अच्छी
The
सोच
daddies, when they used to see us, they would say, like, how untouched you're on, like very pure,
तो
very
इसलिए
spiritual
कहते हैं कि
fragrance. So
जहाँ
Baba
सम्मान
is
होगा
telling all of us
वहाँ
that,
देह का
where
अभिमान
there
नहीं
is
होगा।
self-respect, that
देह अभिमान
self-respect
को
will
मिटाने का
finish
सबसे
body
तरीका है
consciousness.
सम्मान में रहना
And
और
where there
खुद
is
को
self-respect, Baba is
सम्मान
saying there cannot be ego of the body. And the way to finish body consciousness is to constantly stay in your self-respect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Avyakt Murli
Om
revision
Shanti. Avyakta Murli
1968 से
Vision from
फरिश्तों के दिल से
1969.
कलाम अव्यक्त वाणी
Avyakta Murli.
तारीख है 1 मार्च
Date is 1st March 1971.
सत्य स्वरूप
The
बनने
easy method
सच
to become an embodiment of
सुनना
success.
और सुनाना
You should
दोनों
experience
ही
both
अनुभव
listening
करना
and talking to
चाहिए
others.
जैसे बाप
Just as
मददगार
Baba
बनते
becomes the
हैं
helper, in the
वैसे
same
बच्चों को
way,
भी
children
मददगार
too
बनना है
have to become helpers.
यही
And
मदद
this
है
is what it means to
तो
receive
ऐसी
help.
इस ग्रुप में शक्ति
So,
भर
all of you
दीजिए
in this group should fill
जो अपने
yourselves
बंधनों
with
को
such
हल्का कर
power that you
सर्विस
can
में
lighten
मददगार बन
your
सके
bondages and become
नहीं तो
helpers in
इस
service.
सब्जेक्ट में अगर
Otherwise,
कमी
if you're
है
lacking in this
तो
subject,
फुल मार्क्स
how would you
कैसे
be
ले
able to
सकेंगे
claim full marks?
लक्ष्य
You
तो
have
फुल
kept the
पास
aim of
होने का
passing
रखा
fully,
है
have you not? This
इसलिए
is
इस
why,
ग्रुप को खास
before leaving,
ऐसे
this
ऐसे
group
युक्तियां
should
रचने
especially
ट्रेनिंग लेकर
take
चलना
training
है
to create such methods.
भट्टी से क्या
What do
बनकर
you have
जाना
to
है
become in this body
समझा
before you go from
सर्विस
here?
और
Do you
मददगार
understand?
ज्ञान
Serviceable
निर्देशक
ones and
स्मृति
helpers.
स्मृति
If whilst living at
सदैव
home you have
ऐसे
the
काम
consciousness
बंधन
of being an
विघ्न नहीं
embodiment of
डालेंगे
power, your karmic
भव्य
bondages
गति
will not create any
लेकिन शक्ति
obstacles.
रूप की बजाय
However,
पवित्र
whilst living in a
प्रकृति का
household,
भान
instead of
ज्यादा रहता
being
है
an embodiment of
प्रकृति
power,
में
you
रहते
have a
हुए
greater
शक्तिपन की
awareness
वृत्ति कम
of
रहती है
living a pure life.
इसलिए
While
अब
living
तक
in
जो
the
आवाज
family, you
नहीं
lack
आता
the
है
attitude of being
कि
an
ये कर्म
embodiment of
बंधन है
power.
क्या
This is
करें
why the sounds that
कैसे
emerge
करें
even now,
कैसे कर्म
or what
बंधन
can we
काटे
do? We have karmic
यह आवाज
bondages.
इसलिए
How
निकलता
can we
है
cut our karmic
क्योंकि
bondages?
शक्तिपन का
These
अधिकार
sounds emerge because you do
सदैव
not
कायम नहीं रह
constantly keep
पाता
the
है
ornaments of being
तो अब इस
an
भट्टी में
embodiment of power with
अपनी
yourself.
स्मृति और
So
स्मृति
now,
को बदलकर
before you
चलना
go, change your
इसलिए दो
consciousness
बातें
and
सदैव
your
याद
form
रखना
in this bhakti. For this, you must
एक तो
constantly
जी छूना
remember
है
two things.
दूसरा
Firstly,
चैलेंज
you
है
have to change, and secondly, you
शक्ति
have
रूप
to
में अपनी
issue
वृत्ति
a challenge.
और
You
स्वरूप
have to
को
change your
पहचानना
form
है
and attitude into
और
that
जितना
of an
जितना
embodiment
अपने
of
को चेंज
power.
करते
The
जाएंगे
more you change yourself,
उतना
the more you will
उतना
be able to
चैलेंज कर
challenge
सकेंगे
others. This is why you must
इसलिए दो
remember
बातें
these
याद
two
रखना
aspects. When you
जब
perform
संकल्प
any
करते
pure
हैं
action, the loving
तो
form
बाप
of the
का
Father
स्नेही स्वरूप
comes in
स्थिर
front of
रहता है
you. And when you perform
और
any
अगर कोई
sinful
विकर्म
action,
करते हो
you should bring the
तो
fearsome
विकराल
form of the
रूप
Father in
सामने
front
आना
of you.
चाहिए
All of you are
आप
loving
स्नेही तो हो
souls,
ना
are you not? Loving
स्नेही
souls
सदैव
always
सकारात्मक होते
perform
हैं
pure actions.
कोई भी
Always
अस्थिर
remain
भावना हो
aware that you should
इसलिए
never
उस स्थिति
perform
में
any wrong action.
because all of you are hero
सृष्टि के
actors
स्टेज पर
on the world
हीरो
stage.
एक्टर्स होंगे।
So everyone's vision is on the hero
तो हीरो
actors.
एक्टर्स पर सभी
This
की
is
निगाहें
why
होती
you
हैं,
must not consider
इसलिए
yourself to
अपने
be
को
those
प्रवृत्ति
who
में
are
रहने वाले
living
ना
in a
समझिए।
household,
स्टेज
but
पर
each
हीरो
of you
एक्टर
must perform
समझकर हाथ
every
करवट
action
करती चलेंगी,
while considering
तो
yourself
कोई
to
भी
be
ऐसा
a
कर्मठ
hero
नहीं हो
actor on the
सकेगा।
stage, and you will not then
जैसे
perform
साइंस
any
की परमाणु
wrong
शक्ति
action. Look at
आजकल
all the
विज्ञान में
things that the
मौजूद है,
atomic power of science is
वैसे ही
showing you.
साइलेंस की
In the
शक्ति
same
अगर
way,
में
you are the proof of
आप
one
प्रवृत्ति में
who
रहने
is
वाले
living in a
व्यक्ति हो,
household whilst in the
वह परमाणु
Shakti
शक्ति
army
है
of silence.
और आप लोग
That is the
सृष्टि का
atomic
एक
power,
परमाणु हो,
whereas all of you are the
तो
proof
आप भी
for the
परमाणु
world.
बनकर बहुत
So,
ही
by being
सर्विस
the
कर
proof, you
सकते
too
हो।
can do a lot of service.
माताओं
There
की
are many
भूमिका
requests for the
मानवीय है,
mothers. The service of
माताओं
the
को
mothers,
आंगन
spreading the
वातिका खोलने
message
में
in
संदेश
every
फैलाना
corner, still
अभी
remains to
रहा
be
हुआ
done.
है।
The responsibility for many
कई
souls not
आत्माओं
having
को
the
संदेश
received the
डालने
message
की जिम्मेवारी
yet is
आप
on
लोगों के
you
ऊपर है।
souls. This is
इसलिए
why
इस ग्रुप
this
को
group has to
सहायता
be
माना
ready in such a
जाता है।
way. This
यह
group can
ग्रुप
be
समय
helpers in
प्रतिस्पर्धी
service from
शक्ति से
time to
बेहतर
time.
बन सकता
It
है।
is a group in which there is
उम्मीदवार
hope,
है,
just as group of
जैसे
half
हर प्रकार
Kumars
का ग्रुप
was one in which there
बहुत
was hope. In
उम्मीदवारों
the
से
same way, this
ऐसे
group
ही
is
यह ग्रुप
also
भी
of those who can
होनहार
be
मददगार है।
helpers.
लेकिन
However,
कैसे मदद
although you have
करें,
the method of how to
उसकी
become
युक्ति भी
helpers,
है,
you do not have
लेकिन
that
शक्ति
power.
नहीं है।
This is why you must
इसलिए
claim from your
अपने
teacher
स्वरूप
the
परीक्षा
certificate
दें,
of having
अपने
changed
टीचर
your
से
form
सर्टिफिकेट ले जाइए।
before
अच्छा,
you
आगे
go.
की मुरली कल
Acha,
सुनेंगे।
Om
ओम
Shanti, to be
शांति।
continued tomorrow. Om Shanti.